The wheel, well, my hands were from the knuckles down on both. My thumbs were free. So these from here down were completely smashed.
Kathy McDaniel explaining her tragic accident the night her hands were smashed up against the inside of her wheel well, describing the night she spent along I-95 near Colleton after hitting a pothole and attempting to change the tire. A trip home to Charlotte, North Carolina from Florida that she will never forget.
I kind of lost grip of it and it slipped and I moved my hands up to the top. And it all happened so fast then. As soon as I moved my hands to the top, the jack slipped, the car fender down by the door broke and everything just fell and slammed on my hands. So at that point, I'm sitting on the ground with my hands slammed between the wheel well and the tire.
McDaniel went on to say it took her 35 minutes to process what was happening before she sprung into action, making a life-saving call.
I just couldn't do anything until finally I thought, okay, I'm going to get that phone and get my shoe off and just hold it. But I got up on my knees and I'm not going to be able to. And then that's when I got the phone and just, well, actually with this foot and just went and did this with my hands like this and dial.
They're coming as quick as they can. Do you have your flashers on? Okay.
Once help arrived, Chief McCoy with Colleton Fire Rescue told News 2 that it was easy to get her hands free from the car.
The whole thing after we arrived, only took about 5 minutes. The ambulance arrived at the same time, and firefighter paramedics got out and treated her for her injuries, and they gave her some pain medication, and then our agency transported her to Trident Hospital.
As the ambulance was headed to Trident Health, medical personnel like Dr. Kenneth Perry readied themselves for the worst.
At first, the trauma surgeon and I looked at each other to make sure that we were in the right room. It was, this is definitely a different story from what we're actually seeing, in the sense that we expected so much worse.
According to her x-rays, McDaniel miraculously suffered no breaks in her fingers or major trauma.
There's either cuts down to bone, I've had missing fingers, and certainly very horrible injuries that are really life or limb change, certainly a life-changing event. Hers was somewhere just amazing how she was able to be so lucky and really not have anything in the end wrong.
And while you think this story would be over, there's still more to tell. To hear about the Trident nurse that took her call to help to the next level, you can find that below. In the Digital First studio, I'm Kate Prestak. Count on 2.